Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a lovely day. I sure am. Had a nice walk with my grandma. Every now and then I take her for a walk. She's in a nursing home and she has dementia. And like in there, usually she's not really happy. She has a lot of problems and is in like fear and panic a lot of the times. So whenever I can walk with her, then she usually calms down. So it's great to just get her away from there sometimes. Ever get some fresh air and some relaxation, and let it be a little point of light in her day, which is usually filled with a lot of darkness, a lot of sadness. Unfortunately, the past years. So that was nice. Had a nice little walk with my grandma, and just got home and had dinner. And I figured I'd make a little video and um, talk about that I still got a lot of healing to do, and that is really what I want to prioritize when I come back from my trip. My trip is in 4 days, by the way. Super excited. Going to Hungary for 2 months and 10 days. It's like full summer over there. It's beautiful weather. First 12 days are booked in a hostel in Budapest. For the rest, I can just go wherever I want. Could also go to neighboring countries or go through the country. Maybe stay in Budapest. I'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna have an awesome time. I've been waiting for this for so long. So finally, get away from here, have some new adventure in my life, new impulses. Like I've been missing that in the past 2 years with Corona and everything, and the lockdowns and everything. So I'm happy that it's finally here. So in 4 days I'm flying June 1st. Super excited. So when I get back from my trip, and like next year, I really wanna prioritize healing, cause yes, I still have a lot of healing to do. And yes, right now I am really on the good track. First of all, like I fully love myself. Fully love myself. I fully accept myself, every part of me, also my flaws, also my broken parts. And I'm happy. And to be honest, I've always been happy. Like, I used to be a very socially anxious, insecure kid. I carried a lot of anxiety with me, um, especially like only in social situations. Um, a lot of anxiety, fear, and in my teens even grew a like inferiority complex. I felt as if I was like inferior to people. I mean, I knew I wasn't actually worth less, or that my potential was less, but I just felt smaller. You know what I mean? I just felt um, like in a lower social rank. And like since my childhood, I've been I was a very shy kid. Like I was diagnosed with PDD NOS. Um, so I always had like was a little bit behind kids of my age with social skills. I was never a good talker, not at all. Was very shy, was very anxious. Always had a couple of friends. Um, Still though, like especially my childhood, I was always like did whatever my friends wanted to do. Like I let people lead me. I didn't really speak up for myself or have my own voice like that. But despite all of that, and despite being very anxious, especially in my teens, when I was with myself, I was always content. I was always happy in my own world. I was never depressed or anything like that. But I did have a lot of anxiety. I was very insecure and had an inferiority complex, like I said. When I was 16, I began smoking weed. That didn't help either. I was a daily weed smoker for years until like a few years ago, and it got a little less. And that slowed me down a lot. That kept me anxious, and still, like I don't really feel anxious now around people. Still, but still, sometimes, like if I have to talk in front of a group, then I still feel that old self coming up. Or if I still a lot of times smoke a joint and I'm with people, then I could become anxious again. So that anxious kid, that damaged kid, is still in there. It's still in there. It still needs healing. Absolutely. What most of the healing did for me so far is like a lot of meditation, a lot of walking in nature, and just a lot of stepping out of my comfort zone, like I made the video about. Just stay stepping out of your comfort zone. Get less awkward, you get less anxious, that does the trick. Like, I've really actively been doing that for a lot of years. And that combined with meditation, because like most of the times it starts in your head, right? And then it becomes like a feeling and then goes through your body. But usually it starts with thoughts, it starts in your mind. So if you meditate, you get out of your mind, you're in the moment. So meditation really did wonders for me. Soon I'll make a good video about meditation, all of its benefits, and how it helped me on my path. Um, but yeah, still sometimes deep inside, I don't feel inferior to people, but somewhere deep inside, that kid is still in there. That does feel small, and that does like feel that it has to look up to people. Feel that is like I know I'm not, and I overcame it for maybe like 95%, but still like 5% is in there, right? Still like a little bit is in there. Like feeling a little bit socially inferior sometimes. Even though I get so many compliments these days, people always saying, "Oh, you're so social," and "Oh, you're so good with words," and all things like that. And it's still weird to me sometimes because I was never like this. I was never used to this, right? I was always the awkward kid that was always alone a lot of times. I always felt misunderstood. I was never good with words. I was never good with making friends. But however, at the same time, just like I said, I always was happy in my own world, and I felt alone a lot, but I never felt lonely. That's just the thing about me, though. I don't feel like I need anybody. I feel like I'm independent. All I need is myself, and I've always loved myself. That's what I do feel like. I always did love myself, as far as I'm conscious of, right? As far as I'm conscious, I fully accept myself and love myself, but still, like I still need a lot of healing, and like in what was it 2018, I did ayahuasca for the first time and the only time, and that was a crazy experience. That was hell basically. Like it went really deep, like into my core, and I just felt darkness and sadness and sorrow and pain. And I couldn't exactly grasp what it was. It tried to show me in a very abstract way, but I just couldn't quite grasp it. I tried to ask it questions. Where is it coming from? How do I heal? But I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't understand it then, the answers. It was so abstract. And it was just hell. It was just a lot of pain. And it was like 2 sessions in a row. So it went really deep, and it felt like it took forever, but I didn't get the answers I was looking for. I know I still got a lot of healing to do. Even though I came a long way, I felt like I've overcame a lot. And I can quickly make friends and stuff, quickly talk to people, but sometimes it may not look like it on the surface. On the surface it may look like I'm very social and outspoken, but sometimes I still feel like that anxious kid. And sometimes I still feel a little socially inferior because that's still a part of me that needs healing. So when I come back, I want to prioritize healing. I want to try ayahuasca again. I want to try different methods of healing. Things like light therapy, maybe, acupuncture, different alternative methods of healing I want to try. And I really want to prioritize that. Because eventually, what I want to do is I want to help people with their healing journey. Um, and I want to do like therapeutic work, like sessions with people one on one, get to know them, see what their struggles are, and getting people to fully love themselves and um, and to heal whatever has to be healed from, like traumatic experiences, things blocking them from standing totally in their light and being the best version of themselves. But first, of course, I'm not there yet. I still got healing to do as well. And it may look like on the surface that I'm very social. I'm not anxious at all, but sometimes I definitely still am. Especially like if I smoke a joint, almost always in social situations, then I start becoming socially anxious, and I start, my heart rate increases, and I feel anxious. I know I'm not inferior, but sometimes it kind of feels that way. It's hard to explain. It's just something damaged in me deep inside. Um, and like I said, when I did ayahuasca, it was just a lot of pain, sorrow. Um, I know I got a dark side, but we all do, right? So after that session, I learned to embrace it because I also, like, I got a very big heart, and my love is very strong, but I also got a very cold-blooded side. Like, terrible things could happen to me, and I could totally just choose not to let it hit me, not to let it affect me like that. I could shield myself from things or see the most fucked up images or a video, like the most terrible things you could show me, which would make people go in shock, and I could just stare at it cold blooded and not let it hit me. Of course, I could think it's terrible, but I will choose to not feel that. And I feel that's something cold maybe inside of me, but it's not only bad, it's also good. It protects me. It shields me from things. Um, but yeah, I feel that is all together. That's part of my dark side, and I embrace my dark side for that. And I love, uh, I love my dark side, and I love darkness and everything that it resonates with me. Also, like dark music, and just the night itself, just darkness itself. It resonates with me very much, and I feel that I definitely do got a big dark side. But I also have a lot of healing to do regarding that dark side. Like, I still got a lot of questions with this. It's not even clear to me what exactly has to be healed because I can't even think of any traumatic experiences in my life. I was never depressed in my life. That's what makes it more complicated. See, I got a lot of questions. I'm looking for answers. So this is what I want to prioritize after I come back from my trip, definitely. Looking for different methods of healing and see where that takes me. See if I get any more answers. Alright guys, that wraps it up for now. Love to open up about this type of stuff, and be open and vulnerable, and I'd love to talk more about it, but we are already almost at 14 minutes, so gonna cut this video off now. Love all of you guys, and really, anybody that made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and thank you all so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. Very grateful for all the love and support I'm getting. Sometimes it still feels unreal to me, because like I said, it was never like this in my life. I always was like the awkward kid. I always had a couple of friends, but like I was far from like being like a popular kid or anything like that. Like I was never used in my life to get this type of recognition. And yeah, okay, my YouTube channel may not be that big yet, but it's quickly growing, especially for like just starting, and on Facebook especially. Like I got a big following. Well, to me that is big, and I getting a lot of love and recognition, and this I still have to get used to all of this, but I love it. I love all you guys, and I'm very grateful for you guys that you all support me and give me love. That really gives me courage and power to keep this thing going. So loving the YouTube channel. I'm loving that I'm doing this right now. I'm feeling amazing. Life is great. Still in this shift. Still good on my meditation every day. Getting up early. Not having done any drugs, and I don't plan to anytime soon. Keeping this vibration high. And hell yeah, we got this, guys. We got this. After we come back from the trip, gonna get into that healing, and we're gonna stay evolving, guys. We're gonna stay evolving, stay growing. That's what's up. All right, I'm out, guys. Peace.